Robert Yancey, Director of the Classical School of Golf at the Sea Pines Inn and Conference Center on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
And I want to show you this lesson as probably the most important thing that I will tell you today. And he said, if I swing the club purely with only my left hand, and this system of the club and the elbow and the arm may break up here and relax, the wrist may relax. As a matter of fact, the old style is very relaxed up here. But if you swing through, the whole system will straighten at impact and will continue through straight in the follow-through position if you only had one hand. But, he said, gentlemen, you have your right hand on the club, and you must have it there. And if you now put the right hand on the club, you have two ways to do that. One is wrong and one is right. And this is wrong. And as long as you play the game and try to learn golf, you will recognize and feel this position as the enemy. The club and the forearm have an angle here, and the left wrist is broken. 100 years later, Ben Hogan said the same thing in Hogan's Secret. This is palm down, pronated, and this is supination going to a palm up position, and we call this extension. And so the other and right way to get the right hand on the club, and I think it becomes obvious that we do not do this, that we do this. And he says, if you turn the loins and the back to the hole, you can extend, so that you feel, as you learn the game, a rod between your right hip and your left wrist. And if you don't turn, you will tap, cup, throw, hit from the top, early hit, over the top. Everything that goes wrong in the golf swing can be felt in the follow-through position right here, as opposed to this, which is extension, a result of the hip turning through the shot. The way to feel this and develop it in your own swing is not in putting, because we don't move the hips in putting, but in the putting drill, initially, you see, separating and turning. Paul Runyon developed what we call the chipping putt, a transition between putting and chipping, where you use a 6-iron, but you take a putting stroke, and as you come through, you just rotate the hip and carry to this position. If you take your normal grip and hit chip shots in pitch and run shots and feel the freedom of motion that you get in extension of the club in its natural arc as the hips turn, you are feeling the basic lesson that created the St. Andrews swing. The connection between hand action and hip turn. The hand can always catch the hips, but the hips will never catch the hand. So get your hips out in front and let the club swing through naturally. And also, it is an excellent, excellent feeling to drag your right foot as you come through and make a mark on the ground with your big toe. Why do we do this? Because it eliminates, because of a positive action, it eliminates the two negative movements of the right foot, which will destroy the proper motion of the lower body. So as we add the lower body to the golf swing, we must be sure not to do these two things. One, bringing the heel straight up with the knee coming out. And two, spinning and scratching the turf with your spikes, spinning the heel up. it becomes obvious later on why these two movements, 1 and 2, are bad. The proper movement, therefore, in the lower body can be felt as the hips turn to scratch the toe as the hips are turned. What this does is leave the shoulders relaxed so that they can, with finesse, extend to here naturally. The basic cause of shanking, which occurs in this area of the pitch and run, is a casting of the club with the right hand without proper movement of the body. Turn and extend. And it's very important that as you hit these shots, always hold your follow-through position until the ball has stopped rolling, or in longer shots until the ball hits the ground. Always feel the proper follow-through position, because in projecting the follow-through position in your mind, you do the right thing in the swing. And we will continue to trace the follow-through position up